on to you, Virgos. So you Virgos actually have the Star card, the Ace of Swords, and then you have the Two of Pentacles. So this is a situation for you where you Virgos do have some options. You do have some romantic options, the Star card. You do have some people that, you know, kind of like you romantically. But again, the Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. It doesn't necessarily automatically mean that us as Virgos want them, right? Sometimes, we have to watch out for people who automatically think that just because they like us, supposedly, right? They like us, air quotes, right? Then somehow it means that we're supposed to like them too, right? We've met those types of people, but our mind is sharp anyway, and we do not take them really seriously. Because what's happening here is that if we do decide to interact with anybody, we're looking for character. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are in really short supply of character. They hang out with people who are dysfunctional. They do dysfunctional things, but then they on hyena time, but then they don't want to act like, they don't want to admit to being hyenas. Hyenas through and through. And then it's this notion of, are hyenas born or are they nurtured into being a hyena? And the answer to that is, it's both. Same thing with lions. Both, right? A person is born the way that they are born. And as far as being a hyena, right? They make the decision at a very young age that they are going to be for dysfunction at a very young age or at a certain age. And regardless of whether they get good experiences or bad experiences, that nurtures their hyena or lion/lioness decisions, right? So it's a matter of both, right? So as a result of this, the Six of Swords and the Two of Pentacles represent their want or their need to get to know us. So a lot of us Virgos, we do pretty much have pick of the litter, right? Like we have people who are interested in trying to meet us, engage with us, get to know us and stuff like this. But Two of Pentacles there, Six of Swords there, like I said, they do want to meet us. But the thing about it is that us as Virgos, we're still paying attention to who they are. We're still paying attention to what they have. We're still paying attention to how people treat what they have, because how a person treats what it is that they have will also tell you a lot about what it is, to some extent, about a lot about who they are, right? Because if a person disrespects the things that they have, what are they going to essentially do to you? More than likely, they'll disrespect you. But again, a lot of us, what I'm seeing here is that with that, it's going to be difficult to kind of get past through our screening process, because us as Virgos, we are not accommodating people's tactic where they say that us as Virgos are too particular, so we need to calm down from all of that. Us as Virgos, we don't care about them shaming tactics, those shaming language. We don't care about all that. We don't care. We're saying that we're going to get to know people, so that's exactly what it is that we are going to do. If a person wants to be a hyena or a lion/lioness, depending on who we are, we will deal with those people and engage with those people accordingly. If you're a hyena, you're going to be a hyena with a hyena. If you're a lion/lioness, you're going to be a lion/lioness with a lion/lioness. You know what I'm saying? And we're not interested in the projections that people give off, because the projections are 99% of the times incorrect. Like, again, you know how many times people come up on here and it's like, listen, just deal with me from a fair perspective. Don't worship me/pedestalize me. But don't try to make it seem as if I'm the worst person in the world either, okay? Just deal with me from a fair perspective. Am I an angel? No. Am I the worst person in the world trying to control everybody and tell people what to do? I think two things can be true at the same time. The answer to that is no as well. And so the situation with that is the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. A lot of people are not going to like our decisions. And this is one thing that us as Virgos, we have to become a little bit more okay in. We have to become okay with not necessarily always needing to be the people pleaser. If people don't like our decisions about whom it is that we choose to hang out with or not hang out with, then that's their problem. Because we need to start trusting. What do you say? We need to start trusting our own screening process, our vetting process, right? Getting to know these individuals, finding out what type of person that they actually are, right? Figuring out who they are in character, right? Really paying attention to these things, because these are not wasteful things that are just occurring in a vacuum. These are things that will get done to you. And people always want to talk about, right, for you Virgos, right? So people always want to talk about likes and dislikes, right? People don't like you, right? Virgos, people will talk about all this level talk. Us as Virgos, we hear Virgos ad nauseum get people that talk to us about what it is that we can't pull, what we're not able to pull, what we can't get, what we're not supposed to get, right? I always got told this coming up, what I'm unable to get, what I'm not supposed to get, what I'm not supposed to. I've had a couple of baddies. It didn't really get too far because they was tripping, but this ideology, this Jack and Jill mentality, right? This boule mentality, right? Because that's boule mentality. And what I mean when I say boule, I mean Freemasonic, Jack and Jill, boule, elitist, not really, some of them don't really know about your history. Some of them do, and they want to get, they want to be in the club type of mentality type of thing. That thing is whack. Because the reason why it is I'm saying that, Virgo, and this is exactly why it is that you Virgos don't want to be around them. That elitist mentality is what you're screening people for. This ideology where people treat others like trash because they're not up to another person's part. You Virgos are paying attention to this. You don't want to hang out with anybody who acts like that anyway. So the things that the Knight of Pentacles and the Scorpio energy speaks to how you Virgos, you will give it to somebody of your choosing. Not what other people think that they should have, right? Or deserve, right? And see, and the thing is that the Page of Wands represents just be willing to stand on it. Because like I said before, Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, a lot of people are not going to like your decision. They're not going to like your decision. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. They're going to dislike you all the time. They're not going to like it. They're going to find some reason to talk about you, They're going to talk about how you Virgos are super picky. And another thing too, they'll never stop lying to themselves and trying to be delusional about the situation, I still have people, still to this day, years after the fact, I'm not in their lives, but still talk and project. And it's like, you need to get over yourself, or don't get over yourself, truth be told, Shrugs my shoulders, right? Get over themselves or don't get over themselves. But if you don't get over, if they don't get over themselves, then it's always going to be projections and pontification and hypotheses and all the things in the world that mimic high society, right? Trying to act like they understand something, while at the same time being too egotistical to actually just simply understand it instead of pontificating like they understand, you know. And what I mean when I say pontificate, I mean like to really tear it. That's what pontification means. It means to like tear it down, but trying to act like you're fancy, being projective, trying to be in bad faith. There's no trust. Trying to be seen like you're high society, trying to portray like you actually mean something good, when in actuality you really intend on it to tear it down, kind of thing. And so and so the situation with that particular situation is, a lot of you Virgos just have to, like I said before, that is something that us as Virgos, that turns us off. We don't like people who like to act like high society, you know, and people will swear out like we're doing it, but that's not what we're doing, you know. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. You have the Strength card, Queen of Pentacles, Sun card, Six of Wands, and then you have the Three of Wands, excuse me, to clarify the Five of Wands. So the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles, this is another one of their tactics. There's the Queen of Pentacles, right? And the Strength card represents our disposition. So the Strength card, so these two cards represent how, regardless of how it is that people act or the shame that they try to project onto us, we're not really going to care about them. Because the reason why is because we as Virgos understand that people will use those types of instances like that, right? Where they will try to mask their elitism and their high society boule and their pontification, right? They want to be disrespectful to people. They to them it's fun. And with that being said, we will see those things, but with us, they will try to do their best to mask it. And they won't like the fact that we're able to really see through a lot of the people's mask of kindness and compassion that they so much want to uphold, right? Their public face, right? And us Virgos will be able to see it, but then they want us to be into it as well. That's why they want us around. While at the same time, somewhere along the lines, when we're not down with it, treat us like trash because we're not down with it. And us Virgos having our experiences that we do, this is essentially what it is that we are striving to stay away from, because we know what's coming next. And see, the thing is that the Sun card, the Six of Wands and the Three of Wands speaks to how a lot of Leo energy in this, right? They won't like it that we are not interested in them, right? And this is one of the reasons why it is that a Virgo, right? A Virgo that has gotten over themselves. I'm not talking about a lower Virgo, but higher Virgo, right? A Virgo can date pretty much anybody. A Virgo can date big, tall, skinny, short, light skin, dark skin, brown skin, real dark, blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, hazel eyes, or excuse me, dark brown eyes, light brown, aka hazel, curly hair, wavy hair, real curly, kinky hair, afro hair, braided hair. Like, we don't really care. It's because for us, we're not really on elitism. See, the need to be overly choosy is elitism. What is it in a person's mentality and their own self-value that they think that all of these, this whole demographics of people deserves to be essentially cut off from you, considering the fact that, you know what I'm saying, XYZ, they're not good enough, right? And this is why it is that I don't respect people who say things like, oh, the person has to be tall enough, and, you know, the person has to be tall enough, or the person has to, you know, have a particular feature, or something stupid like having a beard. It's like people can grow beard naturally. If they don't have a beard, don't worry about it. They'll just grow their beard out. And furthermore, if you got yourself into a relationship with a person that does not have a beard, or maybe they did have a beard at the time and they shave it, are you going to leave that person now when they don't have a beard? Like, all of that screams to me elitism, and the elitism just doesn't make any sense, because it shows the hypocrisy of people claim that they want to date and get to know people, but it's hypocrisy, because if you legitimately wanted to date, then why so much stipulations? That's all it is, and I'm gonna say for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. We're coming up on 20,100. Thank y'all so much for all the subscriptions and everything. Y'all are amazing. Peace.